There's someone I've been missing. I think that they could be the better half for me. We're in the wrong place, trying to make it right.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching. So I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of comments asking, what can I do to make my eyes appear bigger, or how can I try your makeup looks out if I have smaller eyes or hooded eyes or droopy eyelids or anything of the sort. So I wanted to put together this tutorial for all of you because I know it's been long overdue, and there are a few special techniques that I do on a lot of my looks which in turn do make my eyes appear larger. So I'm just going to do a step-by-step tutorial showing you a pretty neutral look, but where to apply the colors so you know how to make your eyes look as big as you want them to look, and you want to emphasize them as much as you possibly could. So one thing to remember is I never went to makeup school, so my techniques may be different from other people, but I've been more of a trial and error kind of girl, so I've tried millions of different things, and the way that I do it now is basically the way I've been doing it for the past 2 years, and it's how I've been very happy. So, oh, and also I have earrings on. Isn't that weird? I think this is the first time I'm wearing earrings in 10 years maybe, and I'm not even being dramatic. I don't ever wear earrings, and I have so many fun earrings. Ludura Boutique hand makes these earrings. If you follow Makeup by Camille, I'm sure you've seen them as well. But she sent me a bunch of them, and I love them, and I had to try them out, so I don't really know how I feel about them. It's not that they're not gorgeous. I love earrings, and I love how they look. I just feel like on me, I don't know, I'm not used to it. It's just different. And also, you can probably already see my ears are turning a little red because my ears are very sensitive, so they start to hurt after a while. So if you want to learn a couple tricks that I personally do, please keep watching and I'll show you how. The first thing that I'm going to be using is a concealer, and this is just going to... The first thing that I'm going to be using is a concealer, and this I'm going to be using as an eyeshadow base. Mine is by Laura Mercier, and I'm just going to be using the lighter color. And I'm just going to be applying this all over my entire eyelid. One of my favorite highlighters to use on my eyes as a eyeshadow base, and again also to highlight, is by MAC, and it's a mineralized skin finish, and this one is called Soft and Gentle. And again, I love this because you can use it for multi-purposes, and it is big, so it does last very long. I'm just going to be applying this color all over my entire eyelid and also underneath my brow. For those with small eyes, you do want to place the lightest color all over the lid. One thing that's really good is to highlight around your tear duct, because that's going to really open up your eye and it's going to make it appear brighter. And what's really good is I'm just using neutral colors, but the technique is the same for basically any look. Remember, if you do have smaller eyes, you don't want to put any dark colors in the inner part of your eye, and you don't want to put too thick of eyeliner because it will make your eyelids heavy and it will make them appear smaller. So this technique you can use with any colors that you do choose. Just use the lights where I say the lights and the darks where I tell you to use the darks. So for this look, I'm going to be using this quad by Maybelline, and it's almost empty. Which one is this? This one is called Strutted Suede, and it's clearly my favorite. As you can see, this color is missing. This was actually a champagne color, which would be perfect if you wanted to try this quad out. You don't even need to get a champagne colored. But I love this because it does come with the neutral colors, and it's perfect for creating dimensions in your eyes, which is going to make your eyes appear bigger. It's all about where you put the colors and how you shade it. So I'm going to show you how I use each of these colors to make my eyes larger. One of the most important brushes is this one by MAC, and it is number 224, and it's a blending brush, and this one really is going to help you achieve this look because it's going to be doing all the blending for you, and because the bristles are nice and big and fluffy, it's going to, again, make this a lot easier for you. So I'm going to be taking this lightest color, and with this, I'm just going to be applying this right into my crease, and with this color, since it is almost a skin tone color, you can be a little bit more messy with this. You don't have to make it directly in your crease. Also, one thing that I do is I'm going to extend my crease. Where you put the light part for your tear duct, you're going to want to apply this color over that. So it's going to keep the light area still light, but it's just going to give it a nice little shadow right above it. And this color I just drag up to blend into the top and also down, and yeah, it's just going to give it a nice blended, natural look. So already you can start seeing there's dimension now. It's just not all one color, and this color again goes throughout all the crease. Taking the next color with that same MAC brush, I'm also going to be applying this in my crease. With this color, you're going to want to direct it a little bit more in the crease and not so much out as far. I'm pressing a lot lighter down on the brush so the bristles aren't going like crazy everywhere like I was doing with the previous color. And you're going to want to focus this color on the outer part of your eye because that's where you're going to want the most dimension. Like that. So now we're going to be taking the darkest color in the quad with my MAC pencil brush, and this is number 219, and I'm going to be using this brush because it does have small bristles and it gives you very controlled motion as to where you're going to be applying this color. And one thing you don't want to do is apply too much of it, and you don't want to apply it too high, and you don't want it to go too far into your eyelid because that is going to weigh down your eyelid. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a little bit of this color and I'm going to be drawing it on my outer V like this. And what you can do is, if you keep your eye open and you look straight ahead, you don't want this dark color to go any higher than like about here. Like I've seen some people that extend it to like up here, and I don't like how that looks. So I again just keep it to about right when I'm looking straight ahead, so it's just going to be right about where my crease is. And another way you can find how high you want it to go is if you take a little bit of that color and you draw a line from underneath your eye and you extend it. That's where you know you don't want your color to go any further than that, and then you can just kind of drag it a little bit into your eye, and that's really where you're going to want to put your darkest color, no matter if it's black or whatever color you are using. Then I'm going to be taking this MAC 217 brush, which is another blending brush. It's just a little bit smaller bristles, and taking a little bit of that dark color, I'm just going to be blending it into my crease and into the other colors. If you do strokes like that, this is just going to kind of extend the color out a little bit without making it too harsh. So for eyeshadow technique, that is my technique on how to make it appear bigger. You want to put your lightest color on the base and under your eyebrow, and you want to put the darkest color on the outer corners, but you do again want to put some sort of color in around your crease because that's going to really accentuate your eyes and make them appear larger, which is what we're doing here today. For eyeliner, I'm using by MAC. It's called Black Track, and it's a gel liner. It's the one that I always use. It looks like this, but you can buy one from Maybelline, from Walgreens, and it's basically the same thing, and it comes with this brush that I'm actually going to be using right now. It's perfect for doing the eyeliner. And one thing you definitely don't want to do is apply a thick black line when you're doing this, because if you do a thicker line, it's going to make your eyelid heavier, which is going to make your eyes look smaller. So what I do is I try and stay as close to my lash line as possible, and this is what's going to make my eyes look longer and bigger. And what I do is I extend my tail longer than I normally would for a look like this. So you're just going to take a little bit on the brush, and remember to do this in sections. You don't need to rush through this. So depending on how small your eyes really are, you can just do the outer corner of your eye to make it appear longer. But one thing that I've recently been doing for the past, I guess, year now is I just take a little bit on the brush and I actually extend the line in my tear duct, which is going to make my eyes longer, which in turn will also make them bigger. Another thing that I sometimes do is if I make my tail longer than I expected, or if I want it longer, if you take that same pencil brush and this dark color, you take this brush and you apply it right where your eye crease starts. You can extend it, which is going to make your eye look larger as well. Another thing that you can really do that's going to make your eyes pop and it's not going to weigh them down is by using individual false lashes. I know a lot of you probably like see these and get scared and run the other way, because that's what I did forever until about this year. But if you buy them and they come with the glue, you can get like a starter kit where it comes with everything to try it. This is really, I just put 2 of them right on the outer corners, and that's just going to extend your eye as well. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and I mean this part is completely optional, but I did notice that it makes my eyes appear larger, so this is what I do. It comes with a mini tweezer if you get the starter kit, but I'm just using my normal tweezer that I use. And you're just going to pick out one of the lashes. And you're just going to take a little bit of the glue. And you're going to apply it right on the outer part of your eye. Then you're going to repeat the same thing and just put one more on. So, can't really probably see them yet, but once I put the mascara on, you'll see. As usual, I'm using by L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, my only mascara I use. It's so funny because everyone hates my clumpy eyelashes, and I honestly think clumpy eyelashes are amazing. Like, I like them thick and chunky because then you don't have to wear fake ones, besides the little individuals if you want. And from far away you can see them. So if you don't like my clumpy eyelashes, that's completely fine. Everyone has their own opinion. This is how I like mine. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard people putting black eyeliner in their tear duct of their eye. If you have small eyes, do not do that because that actually closes your eye. What you can do is use a white eye pencil like this. Mine is from Rimmel. And you're just going to apply this right in your tear duct, and this is just going to make the whites of your eye appear larger. So this will make it maybe appear a little bit bigger. I don't normally do this, but I will show you how to do it if you do want to try it out. So you just apply it right into the tear duct, and it's going to tickle, and you will have to apply it, like reapply this, because since it is touching your eye and it never really dries, it's not going to stay that well. But yeah, again, all those steps are optional together. I personally like to do them usually all together because I like my eyes to appear larger. And if you guys were wondering, for on my lips, I used Myth by MAC, which is my new nude lipstick, which a lot of you have recommended to me, so thank you because I love it. And I mixed that with Coral Bliss, which is a nice peachy color. So that is how I did my makeup look. Remember, you can switch the colors around and make it your own. Using the techniques that I showed you, this will make your eyes appear larger. I hope this all helped you a lot, and thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.